And alive.
Oh, sorry. Like lifeline.
It should be any time. Sending data. We're live on Facebook. We're live on.
Nimekutumia ujumbe asubuhi, sababu gani hujajibu sijui. Nimekupigia mara 12, ni kama wanipimanisha akili. Kukopa kwako kweli ni harusi, kulipa deni kwako ni matanga. Waniogopa mie kama virusi, na sio vitami, sijabeba panga. Tuma pesa, tuma pia ya kutoa. Tuma pesa, tuma mie na kungoja. Tuma pesa, tuma pia ya kutoa. Tuma pesa, tuma mie na kungoja. Nimeshinda nikitazama simu yangu na kusubiri kwa hamu na gamu. Si ulisema ningoje wiki 3, na sasa zimepita miezi 3. Kwenye magrupu unatuma meme, meseji zangu unaweka blue tiki. Kama ni ngumu rafiki si useme, nijipe shughuli zangu za muziki. Tuma pesa, tuma pia ya kutoa. Tuma pesa, tuma mie na kungoja. Tuma pesa, tuma pia ya kutoa. Tuma pesa, tuma mie na kungoja. Tuma sahizi, tuma nipate usingizi. Tuma nitumie wazazi, niwanunulie viazi. Tuma nitumie mama watoto, aliteta eti yako msoto. Tuma pia mini jivinjari, marafiki tunyoroshe whisky.
Hi people, happy Memorial Day weekend. Thank you for tuning in. This is the Sunday Wind Down Show with your girl Ida.
And DJ Sunny.
Yes, welcome. If it's the first time watching, welcome. This is a Sunday Wind Down where we talk real issues, drink wine, and whatever this man is having.
Yeah. My drink, my choice.
So today we have a lot of things lined up for you. If you're tuning in on YouTube, welcome. Thank you so much. Yes, do tell your people who don't have Facebook that we're on YouTube live now. And if you're tuning in on live Facebook, watu wetu karibuni sana. It's good to see you.
Yes. So today we're talking about money.
Money.
Pesa.
Pesa.
Green.
Yes.
So, and actually before we get started, it's Memorial Weekend.
Yes.
So we want to thank all our military personnel
Yes.
for their great service. And we want to again say thank you to this country for allowing us to be here, right?
Yes. Salute to a special friend of ours, Lynette Nganga. We love and appreciate your work. We love you so much. She's in the forces, y'all. We're protected. She fights our battles.
Damn. So Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Anyway. So about finances, to kind of outline today's program a little bit, right? We are going to talk about finances from the respects of moving to this country
Yes.
and things that are new in the
us.
financial world
Right.
to us. We're going to share some of our own experiences,
Yeah.
and we're also going to then move it forward and talk a little bit about credit.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about some values and some perceptions of
Perception. Hiyo kitu unakunywa ungekunywa wewe ungekuwa sawa. Anyways.
perceptions of value and pricing and things of that nature.
Right. I'm sorry, when you say finances, you know the first thing that comes to my mind? Finances, I'm thinking bills, I'm thinking school fee, I'm thinking rent, mortgage. Yeah, when you say finances, all I think about is bills. I don't know what
Money living.
Yeah, it's just money coming away from my pocket. It's just, that's all that comes to mind. What comes to mind when you hear the word finances?
When I think of finances, what comes to my mind is sources of income. What are different sources of income that I can grow, that I can get with? So the first time it's interesting because the first time, I don't know, 844 system, watu wa 844 mko hapa?
Yes, Tisha.
Wawe ni mtu wa 844?
Du funda mnyo. Anyways. Unanichomwa hapa hivi siku moja nitakuchomea.
So 844 guys, we did business education, right?
Business. Ilikuwa inaitwa?
BZ.
BZ.
Tulikuwa naitanga BZ.
Of course BZ.
Tulikuwa tumeshanuka BZ. Watu wa BZ tulikuwa tumesoma debit and credit.
Yes.
So you're thinking in terms of debit.
I'm thinking
when
debit,
you think
money
finances,
coming. Yeah.
Kutoka. I'm thinking in terms of credit. Money kuingia. So those are two parts of this thing, right?
Right.
Money kutoka, money kuingia.
Yes.
For those that don't speak Swahili, money living, money coming.
Money leaving, money coming. And when you move to America, it changes. The whole dynamic changes. Not only are you now thinking about finances in terms of bills and everything, now you have to be in debt to look good. There's something that is called credit. I have to have credit. I mean, in Kenya, we typically you don't have to get into debt to be good at it. You have this score you have to attain because you're in debt. Blew my mind. I don't understand that I mean, now I live here, I kind of understand, still not a lot, but I'm sure Sunny will help with that because he understands it better and he's more vast in that area. But Sunny, I'm here in America. I just moved from Kenya and now these people are telling me, oh, by the way, get a credit card. You need to be in debt so that you can afford the good things in life. I'm like, what do you mean?
So, Aida, let's talk about that credit card issue. But your conception of debt, before you came to America, what did you think about debt?
Mi deni hatuko tunapatana. You don't want debt.
It's
Like debt is a
considered
bad
bad.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's considered a bad
Right.
thing, right? And I think it's a common immigrant mentality. I don't think it sticks with Kenyans only. I think it's an immigrant mentality.
Right.
Where we are in this mentality that debt is bad. So
Isn't it?
well, we'll discuss that as we move forward into the segment.
Okay.
Right? So we're going to discuss debt in a little bit more detail. But the part of debt we're going to discuss now is credit cards.
Yes.
Right? So vile ulikuja huku, mtu alikwambia uget credit card.
Me and us didn't get credit card.
Nani alikwambia uget credit card?
Juu hakunichanua now.
So you get credit card.
I got credit card. I got a credit card, but it was later on after I've lived here. I was like, oh, I'm going to buy a car, and my first car, it was like it was a good car, but it wasn't great. But I bought that cash. I didn't have to go through financing to get at history credit. I didn't have any credit. Didn't have credit history. Didn't have a credit card to begin with. And I think after that big purchase, my car, which was the biggest purchase I've ever had here, then somebody told me, yeah, you need a credit card because you need to build credit. I didn't know A from Z in credit.
So let's discuss some of the misconceptions about credit cards.
Yes.
And this is going based off my experience. We're not experts in the financial field, but we're gonna discuss some of our own experiences.
Okay.
So you got a credit card. Now, did you get a credit card where you put money and then they give you a credit card?
Right. As I did not have any kind of credit history or any kind of I mean, they don't trust me with their credit card. They can't
Right.
just give me free money. So I did this thing where you call it a secured credit card, where you put money down. Like you give them, mimi so tano yangu nishikie nitakuwa natumia polepole nikikulipanga.
Yeah.
And so that's what they did. I got a secured credit card, and I would use it and pay it. Now, like you said, misconceptions.
So some of the misconceptions are like, I think ulikuwa umesema unaambiwa, should I use all of my credit limit and pay it off, or should I make smaller payments to my credit card, and what's going to affect my credit better? Because when we move here, we don't know what credit is, first of all.
Yes.
So what I've learned, what I've come to realize is when you get a credit card, one, you want to pay the credit card off on every statement,
Okay.
right? So only charge on your credit card what you know you can pay off, right? So if you're going to charge $40 for gas, make sure you have $40.
To pay back.
Or by
Do
the
I pay
time
back
that
immediately?
no, a very good question. You don't have to put gas and then when you get home immediately go
Shikeni
pay
pesa
it.
yenyu.
Yeah, shikeni pesa yenu
Yeah.
because I don't want it to be charged interest, and we're going to discuss interest a little bit as well.
Okay.
So what you want to do is by the time you unalipisha una charge $40 hapa, $10 here, $4 here, ka McDonald's hapa, ka Burger King hapa, you charge all those things. Your statement comes to like $320 or $550, whatever it is.
Okay.
Your statement cuts, your due date is to seme on the 12th. Everyone has a different due date.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad you said that, because I thought it was a gap, a bracket of from the 15th to the 25th.
Not necessarily. Most credit cards, and I may be mistaken, but I feel like most credit cards have, then I depend to, credit cards have different due dates.
Okay.
Your statement will tell you payment is due by to seme the 12th,
Okay.
right? So before that 12th, you want to just go and see what your statement balance is and pay it off.
All right.
Right? And because if you just make minimum payments, you'll start paying interest.
Right.
On this
And
credit
we're
card.
avoiding interest because it's not good for the credit score. Ama.
No. Interest is not going to affect your credit score from what I understand. It's just costing you money.
I
So
see.
you borrowed $200 from the credit card company, right? And then if you only pay them $50, you still technically have $150 borrowed if you don't
Yes.
pay it. So they're going to charge you interest, and the interest rates on credit cards is exorbitant. Now, credit cards is what we consider revolving debt,
Okay.
right? They hold a higher interest rate. Loans are considered installment credit. They hold a lower interest rate depending on your credit, right? So that is basically where that whole dynamic comes from.
All right.
So there's some other misconceptions to credit.
Yes.
What else is it that you have found in your exploration of credit and living in America?
I have so many. I feel like I'm still not very vast. I mean, I've been here a minute, but I feel like there's no class for an immigrant. Hey, this is a class on credit. This is what we don't know this.
You just go by Nani Alisema.
Nani alisema. And
Yeah.
actually, go ahead and tell us what you think in the comment section. We'd love to hear how you built credit, or even how you understood credit when you moved here.
Yep.
Go ahead and share in the comment section. We see some people. Our diehard fans are in the building.
Let's take a look at some of these comments real
Yes.
quick, yeah, and let's see what we got here. So we have a few people on YouTube and on Facebook. We have Mambils na Madeni. Okay,
Mambils
that's
na
Brian
Madeni.
Ahenda. I think all of that plus rainy day funds, 401k, college savings for kids, life and health insurance, and stocks. That's Kathy. That's true. That's a really good point there. We also have Kevin Karaoke on YouTube saying, I had a very hard time with understanding credit too. Aida, juu mimi hiyo kitu ya kuwa na deni ndio ni prove naelewa kumanage do ili ni change sana.
You're right. Me too. I could not wrap my mind around it.
Right.
Like, I can't believe I have to be in debt for me to look good. Like, Kenya, we work with pesa, farifari pesa, mkononi. If you have money, the better we
are.
like, business is moving. You have money, tufanye kitu iishe. Me, I don't understand that now you still owe me, you're paying me monthly. That still blows my mind.
Right. So the other thing also, okay, here's someone else. Kwanza charging to Hanye. Worst mistake anyone could make.
You guy, my guy, we have a story.
Hey. You know, Kwanza, there are nightmare stories of guys going to like Vegas.
Yeah.
And then coming back with like thousands and thousands of credit card debt.
Do you wanna say guys or you wanna specify? Oh, you
Yes,
you know
yeah,
somebody, all right? Me, I know
Yes,
somebody.
yeah, true. Mi kuna time nilienda Vegas nikarudi nikaangalia credit card bill yangu sistuka lakini nilistuka.
Mi nakwambia, that's the one thing. Somebody said it's borrowed money. You have this money, sido yako, for like 30 days. It's borrowed money. And when I decide to pay you, if I've spent 5 grand, I can pay you the minimum. Minimum of 5 grand, maybe sotano. And I'll be okay. I'll be off the hook for the next month.
Right.
So it's borrowed money. You can misuse it. You can end up misusing it.
Now earlier you had mentioned ukilipa something you had said something about credit score.
Right.
Right?
I was wondering, Sunny, what is a credit score? How do I get good credit? What is good credit? Whoa, sorry. What is good credit score? What am I scoring? The amount of times I've been in debt, or what is this? You know, like make me understand America.
So credit score. Let's break down credit score real quick.
Let's do it.
All right. So credit score there's 3 different companies in America. I'm not sure if they are worldwide. I don't know. If someone knows if they are worldwide, let us know.
But I don't think they're worldwide because we don't have them in Kenya.
I mean, Europe. I'm wondering.
Oh,
if
Europe
it's the same,
and maybe,
like,
okay.
First world countries. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way, right? So there's Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Those are the 3 credit scoring companies, basically.
Okay.
And you have what you call a FICO score, FICO, right?
FICO.
FICO.
Okay, me, I've been saying
FICO.
FICO. You see now I'm.
It's the same difference. Route. What do you
Okay.
say? Route or route?
Right, tuanze hiyo tena. Tanichongoa hapa.
So your FICO score is Fair Isaacs Corporation.
Oh.
Fair Isaacs was the company that first started hiyo maneno ya kuangalia credit ya watu. So I'm going to put up a little thing on the screen right there.
Yeah.
Right? So basically if you have a credit score of 800 to 850, you're considered exceptional.
Right.
740 to 799 is very good. 670 to 739 is considered good. This is according to Experian.com, right? And fair is 580 to 669. I don't know that I completely agree with that. Right? Because the let's take a look at this. That good between 670 and 739, high 6s can be a little tricky, and credit score is not everything. That's the thing. People think, oh, I have a 8, I have a 770, I have a 690. People think that credit score is like everything.
Is it not though in America?
It is and it's not.
Okay.
Right? You can have a good credit score. Like, let's say, for example, someone fresh that has just moved here,
Right.
right? Or let's even say someone that just turned 18 and got their first credit card,
Okay.
right? Someone with very fresh credit. They get that $500 credit card that you got
Yes.
that's secured.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 types of debt actually. There's secured debt and insecure debt.
Unsecured, you mean?
Yeah, unsecured.
Yeah.
It's your ngoma sauti sol insecure. No. So we'll discuss that too.
Yeah.
But-
Sunny, I do have a question before you go too far into the credit score. You did put a whatever that chart was, and it gave us a bracket, right? But my question is my credit supposed to be a secret? Unajua, naweza kuja nikwambia sema poa niaje mimi naitwa Aida. Oh, credit score yangu ni 722.
It's
Like, is it something I should be able to say outright to people? Is it something that I should keep to myself? Is it like my social?
It's interesting. I think it's something, it's like ukisalimia mtu, will you automatically tell them your bank balance?
No, but you know, it's no. Is it the same though?
It's almost the
supposed
same.
to be that secretive.
I mean, it's not a secret per se, but it's like, I think it's one of those things like, okay, I only have $10 or I only have $50 or I have $10,000. What is, you don't go and just start telling people I have $50,000 in my account.
But it's okay to say. It's not like you're gonna take it away from me if I say.
No
Okay.
one's going to take it away from you.
See,
So
yeah.
to go back to Ati, is your credit score everything?
Yes.
So someone fresh, when you're up on a credit card ya Sotano, that's all they have. And that $500 is what they're going to start building credit on. And that 500, they charge 150, 200 every month, and they pay it off every month.
Right.
Every month. Within a certain time, you'll have a credit score. and it's gonna be a really good credit score.
Okay.
Because Tano, you're paying really well,
Right.
right? But that doesn't automatically mean because now you're a 750 credit score because you've paid that 500. The only line of credit you have is $500 and you've paid it so well. That doesn't mean that all of a sudden, because you have a 750 credit score because you did that you can go and buy $1 million home.
So credit is not everything.
It's not everything.
This is also money factor.
Yeah.
Another thing that and before we go too far, Sunny, I do see a comment here that I think is very interesting.
Okay.
Before we lose it, Akei Namuya says you should share your credit score with your spouse. Not that one. There's another one here. He says good credit score is everything, Sis Tuki. I got a 3% interest rate on my house because of good credit. What do you agree to that?
I do.
Okay.
I agree. Good credit is everything. Good credit is good. I agree. Good credit is great.
It's not everything.
You need to have good credit and you need to have established credit.
That's your credit history? The same thing?
Yes,
Okay.
credit history. You can have good credit that is not established, and you can get good credit like this, from zero to good credit,
How can we get good credit like this?
by getting that $500. If you
And
have
just
zero
do it.
credit,
All right.
get that small credit card, keep paying it. In 6 months to a year, you probably have a credit score that's
Right.
really good, that shows that you can pay $500 pretty well.
Great. Another big question. Oh, sorry.
Hey, and then you keep growing.
Okay.
Now, established credit comes with time. Good credit can come within a year.
Okay.
Established credit comes with time.
I see. That's
Yes.
very good that you clarified that.
Yeah.
Do you also I almost forgot my question. Do you also, all right, like you said, good credit can come like this. So say this person who's new in the country, hi, welcome to our Sunday Wind Down podcast. You're new here, you're wondering, hi, how do I even make this credit? Sindio? And we've already established, okay, if you pay this 500, you're doing good. But how long do you do it? How long, if my credit say it's now, I'm new, it's 520. If I do this in a month, will it be 700? If I do this every day, I'm buying, I'm paying. If I do this in 2 months, will I be at the 800?
I don't think a month or two makes that big of a difference.
Right.
It's over 6 months, a year and a half.
So you gotta be patient.
Right. And then it's not just you get that $500 credit card and that's what you keep and that's all the credit. You have to grow your credit.
Right.
So then, like we said, as Kenyans or as immigrants, we don't like debt. But to grow that established credit history, you have to acquire more debt.
I see.
You have to keep acquiring debt and keep paying it well. And as you keep doing that and doing that and doing that, you can now get into a better credit history.
I
See?
see, yeah.
So it's like you have a $500 credit card, then you want to go buy a $40,000 car. No,
Ain't gonna work.
you may be able to buy a $10,000 car.
Yeah.
And then after 3 years of showing you can pay on that car, you can now maybe go buy a $25,000 car.
I see.
Then after 3 years of paying on that, maybe you can go buy a $50,000 or $60,000 car.
I see.
But you can't just say, now I want a Range Rover, it's 75,000, I have a
Good.
780 credit score. Yes, you have a 780
You
credit
walk in
score.
there like this, but is your credit history great?
Exactly. So those are some of the things that come into play.
Can you all tell that Sun is super passionate about this credit story? Yeah, yeye ndio hapa teacher. Leo mimi ndio niko hapa na
So
maswali zote.
a little background, right?
Uh-huh.
So what I do for a living for the last 12 years, I probably look at least 10 to 20 people's credit history
A day, yeah.
a day. So for 12 years, every day I've seen 10 to 20 credit reports.
Right.
And I see based on those credit reports what kind of approvals, what kind of interest rates, what kind of declines, what people are getting. And there's so much that goes into it. And so car lenders look at it differently. Mortgage lenders look at it differently. Credit card companies look at it differently. Every single type of debt looks at it differently. They have different guidelines.
I see what you mean.
Right?
Somebody
So-
had asked a question here, Sunny, and I think I'm sorry to throw this at you, but yeah. So me and my spouse, we're chilling out here. We're trying to buy a house. What is the credit situation there? We have money. My credit is 520. His is 850. 850. We're trying to buy a house together. What is happening? Like, will they add our credit together? And I know the answer. I just need to, I don't know the answer per se, but I have an idea. I just need for us to all be clear and be on the same page. Are we going to add our credit together and our debt and all the everything that we're paying to see if we can afford this house or not?
Now, there's different lending guidelines. A few things come into play. Your income.
Right.
If you're going to do it joint, both your income comes into play. Now, let me preface this. I think spouses, or if you're going to make your relationship serious, I think you need to know each other's financial situation.
So, hi, I think I'm catching feelings. Oh, by the way, credit score yako ni ngapi?
No, I think it's an important conversation to have. I don't
Yeah,
know.
'cause
This is a financial
serious.
topic, but coming to relationships, I think
Right.
it's important to discuss your financial situation.
I mean, it's not a topic that comes at you. Oh, by the way, my name is Ida. Oh, I feel like
No,
I
not
like
on the
you.
first
And
date. Not on the first
780.
date.
They're like, what do you say? Yeah, 780 is my credit score, just in case you're thinking of becoming serious.
Yeah, not on the first date, but I feel like a few months down the road, as you're getting serious, you may want to say
something to talk about.
I think it's something important, because sometimes people get into things and then they realize this person is financially illiterate.
Sure.
And it's okay to be financially illiterate, but as long as you have a good, you're willing to financially grow.
Right.
There's some bad financial habits, aka me going to Vegas and charging a ton of money on my credit card. Bad financial habit.
True. Yeah, we can't even fight you on that one.
True.
But so, great. You did say, I mean, people have to talk about it. If a spouse and they're deciding, hey, let's buy a house, we do have to talk about our credit.
Right.
Our income will come into play. Our credit score.
Will come into play.
How does that come into play?
Well, it depends on the lender. Different lenders have different guidelines. But most of the time, as long as you live together, they'll probably take the higher of the two and base the interest rate and the terms of the loan on the higher of the two.
Oh, yeah?
Now, if you have, so in a house, obviously you're both going to be living in that house, so you have the same address.
Yes.
So you're trying to buy a car, and one person lives here, another person lives here. They are going to qualify you individually. Because someone is co-signing for someone else.
I
And
see.
we're going to get into this co-signing biashara.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're really getting into credit here.
I know we are getting
Yeah.
into great. Let's talk about our mind shift. Yeah, mindset yako ukiwa Kenya. We talked about the
Debt.
less debt I have, the better I'm doing in the society, the better I'm doing with my businesses and everything.
Right. There's another part of this mindset that is very interesting. As immigrants, as Kenyans, the mindset is interest is a bad thing.
That's true. Nobody wants to pay interest.
Yeah, so it's another layer to that interest is a bad thing. But you have to realize, interest in Kenya, I don't know about other countries in Africa and stuff like that, but in Kenya, interest rates are high. So if you're going to borrow $10,000 from someone for a project or for something, interest rates are super high.
Right.
So that has tainted us for generations, that I don't want to borrow money because I'm going to end up paying 50%, 28%, 30%. I'm going to end up, it's going to cost me so much.
So much.
Afadhali tu ni save. Alafu ni buy cash.
Right.
You have to change that mindset when you are in a first world country. Because interest is, as long as you can show that you can repay by establishing your credit history, interest is relatively cheap here in the US.
Okay.
And I think in other first world countries as well.
Yeah.
If there are any people tuning in from Europe or Canada,
Yeah.
please give us some insight. But interest is relatively cheap. So we have to shift our mindset that interest is not a bad thing.
Right.
And debt is not a bad thing. As long as you can control and manage it.
Just don't live beyond your means.
And don't live beyond your
Yeah,
means.
don't
Yes.
live beyond your means. I see a comment here, and somebody said, hey, Sunday Winder, you have to know habits, financial literacy, etc. etc. They are important in building wealth, international dating. What I swipe to?
Mi natafuta hii comment unasoma.
Ndio hii.
Oh,
Intentional dating. I think she was talking about when you do your credit whatever, or purchase something with your significant other. Now, credit range.
So we had that chart,
Yes.
right?
So it says 67% of Americans have bad credit, or what did it say right there?
Hebu tuone. 67% of Americans have a good FICO score or better. So good ni 670 or higher.
670 or higher, that's the bracket most of us range.
Yeah.
Ah.
So apparently, the lower your credit score, the worse the terms of your loan.
The worse the terms of your loan.
So you may require more down payment, and even with that more down payment, you may end up paying higher interest rates.
Or even require a cosigner.
Even require a cosigner, right? You can a cosigner may be required for two things. They can be required because of credit and because of income, right? So to say you're going to buy a house, and you want to buy a $200,000 house, but your income doesn't qualify for a $200,000 house, then but your credit is good, then you may need a cosigner, someone with income that they can combine your incomes so you can qualify.
Yeah.
Because let me break it into a different term, right? Lenders look at three things. Lenders look at, I'm going to put out three acronyms out there. There's DTI, PTI, and LTV.
Right.
Right.
DTI.
DTI, debt to income.
Debt to income. Okay.
How much total debt do you have in relationship to your income? So if you have a credit card with every store, Macy's, Kohl's, Nini, they're all maxed out.
Yeah.
You have a credit card with Best Buy, it's maxed out. You have a credit card with Capital One, Nini, it's maxed out. You have to me-add all the money and you're just making minimum payments. And then you've bought 3 cars. I doubt you'll get approved for them, but you bought 3 cars, you know. Unless you have an exorbitant amount of income, you can get approved for 3 cars. But you bought 3 different cars, so you have 3 car payments. Then you have an expensive mortgage. If you're only making so much money and you have all this debt, they look at debt to income.
Debt to income, okay.
Second, PTI.
PTI. What is PTI?
Payment to income.
Payment to income.
If you're applying for debt, what is my payment I'm making monthly on this debt? $100, $500, $800, whatever it is. How is it in relation to my income? What percent? If I'm making $5,000 a month, can I afford a $2,000 monthly payment, or and so on and so forth? And the third aspect of it all is LTV, loan to value.
Loan to value. Okay.
Yeah. So the value, there's different valuation tools. Depends on cars, homes, appraisals, this, that.
Yeah. Sometimes you think this car is worth maybe 10,000, but what the bank deems as the value of the car is 5,000.
Correct.
So is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, and there's different guides. For cars, there's NADA, there's Black Book. Different lenders use different guides, KBB, things like that, right? So the bank will use that official guide, and then there's other things that affect the pricing. You know, these guides like NADA, Kelly Blue Book, Black Book, they don't take into effect the scarcity of the car. Some different things about the car, they don't take that into consideration, right? So a car may be being sold for 50,000, a car may be sold for 25,000,
right?
But KBB or NADA, whatever the bank wants to use, says it's worth 20. So if you have good credit, you may get like 150% of the value.
Okay.
If you have bad credit, you may get 80% of the value. Which means if you have good credit, you may not need to put any money down.
Yes.
If you have bad credit, you probably need to put some money down and you'll still get a higher interest rate. So, ile comment tulikuwa tumepata that said credit is everything because you get a low interest rate. Absolutely, but established credit and good credit, like we said earlier, are really important.
Interesting.
Do we have any questions in the comments?
I do have a comment here that says, I swear Asani has a shop in Biashara Streets in Kenya. Takuja, we have a whiskey on this topic next time we're talking about this. That's true. He has so much insight, and like he said, he's been in the field for what, 12 years? That's why we're getting this information from you. And I don't know if you have, I have a lot of questions. I still have a lot of questions. I have been here a minute and I still don't even understand the dynamics of credit and everything, but hey, it's mindset, mind shift. Now, give us a call. Do you want to put our number out there real quick? We put a number out there so we can give us a call. We'll take your calls. What do you know about this topic? What questions might you have? What advice would you give us, or the person listening, a person watching? And our number is 919-322-8277. That's right here. And yeah.
Hiyo number tutaweka kwa rap song. Kama hiyo never mind.
Utakuwa tu DJ washa muziki.
Anyway, if anyone wants to call, that is the phone number to call us. And if you have any insights, anything you want to share, that maybe, because like I said, we're not experts in this field, but I think it's a good discussion to have. It's a really good discussion to have because money is important.
Money is important. Money is important, but money is not everything.
It's not everything.
Yes.
But it's important.
It's important.
And like when you think of money, Ida, what do you think? Like, why is money important to
I'm
you?
thinking, hey, nini, ama niache niseme hiyo mtanichomea. When I think about money, I'm thinking the lavish lifestyle. Like, anything I want, I got it, right? I'm thinking I can pay off somebody's student loan. You know, I can buy this big car if I want to. I don't know anything else I could do with money, but this thing ni kule, nifanye nini, tummy tuck, vitu kama hizo. But you know what I mean? When I think money, I'm just thinking, when you say finances, it's different. When you say finances, I'm thinking debt, not debt. I'm thinking
Bills.
money getting out of my pocket.
Right.
But when you say money, I'm thinking spending it.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sunny?
So money, to me, money is not everything like you said.
Yeah.
But there's things that money can do. Money can. There's the saying, popular saying, money can't buy you happiness.
Money can buy you love.
But we live in a very capitalistic society,
Yeah.
right? So money is very important. We have to save. So when I think money, I think saving. I think investments. I think charity.
Yeah.
Right? I think all these different things that you can do with money. Because there's people that are doing well, there's people that are not doing well, there's people that are starting out. So, and I want to preface that people that are not doing well, they're not less than someone that is doing well, right? People are in different levels in their
In
life.
life, yeah. It's
Right?
totally true.
And social media makes people just want to be like somebody else. Financially, they want to be like somebody else.
Yeah.
And then investment in general is so tricky.
Yeah.
You know, so people usually, like, the mentality of Kenyans is investment ni kupeka pesa and to buy land back home.
Yeah.
But buying land back home has become so tricky.
It's tricky. Mazere, have you heard the story? Umelipa do, you're giving your cousin money. Hey, by the way, niangalie your shamba. Eventually, 10 years later, you go back home. These people, wamekuwa kupigia nini, picha plot ya neighbor. They've been eating your money the entire time. You don't know if the land is legit. They bought a new car, they're living off of you. You know, so you can't trust, even family, you can't trust people like that.
Nope.
No. So you're thinking, yes, buying land back home, that's an investment. I don't know if it's in the Kenyan community. I don't know if it's in our culture so much to take vacations. Like something like, for me, when I'm thinking money, I'm thinking, yeah, to save up and then we go on a vacation. Like, man, life is so short. Spoil yourself, you know? Live a little.
Yeah. And I think as Kenyans, we don't, maybe the old school mentality. Now Kenya ka sisi sasa, the new Kenyans, the new generation appreciates spending money on some finer things. But I think in general, our culture, vacations were not a priority. I know growing up, vacations were not a priority for us. It's considered a waste of money. I don't know. Guys, do you think vacations are a waste of money? What is your thought on spending money on vacations? Ida, what is your thought on spending money on vacations?
Me, I'm YOLO. YOLO, see YOLO. Turn in Miami, see YOLO. I mean, you know, me, I'm down for a good time.
Yeah.
I think vacations are important. I mean, living in America, you work so hard. Man, you're working, do you how many hours? I think it's important to take time, go, sit somewhere, enjoy the fruits of your labor. I think vacations are very important.
So, again, earlier you asked me, what do I think about money, right? So money can do a few things. They can buy goods, you can buy goods, you can buy services, or you can go on vacation. I guess that's just how shallow I am. Goods, services, and vacation.
What are these services?
Services like getting your car serviced.
Massage, see, services to yourself.
Not a massage and a service. You can decide to spend money on that.
Oh yeah, it's true. Like I'm seeing a few comments about that. People are talking about that. Do you want to read that one from Molly Manning?
Molly Manning says, I would love for you guys to give budget financial advice to Kenyans who are not yet here in the USA but who are planning to come here. Maybe address any things you thought about money prior to coming to the USA and how they changed when you got to the USA. I feel like my advice as an American isn't taken seriously. Very interesting point.
Oh, Molly, thanks for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for tuning in. Yeah. So, a few things about that, and then I'll go right back to vacations. And they were getting a lot of comments on vacations as well that I want to get to that are really, really important.
Yeah.
So, my personal budget advice to Kenyans is obviously when someone first comes to the US, there is hustle mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah. They call this place the land of milk and honey, the land of opportunity, the land of all that. But opportunity doesn't fall on your lap.
That's true.
You
gotta
have to
hustle.
go get it, right? So you have to go get this opportunity, and you have to make the most of it. Opportunity. As the good thing about here is, as long as you're willing to put in the effort,
You will see the fruits.
you will see the fruits
It's
of
true.
your effort.
You're right.
right?
Very right.
So it depends. There are different stages to life, right? So when you're starting out, you could be of any age, as long as you move to a new country, maybe you don't have enough of a nest egg or something, you're starting out, you want to really put in maximum effort. Effort is everything, right? And then you see all these posts online and all these things that say, oh, you have to take time for yourself, you have to take time for your family, you have to do this, you have to do that. Yes, it's important, but there's stages.
To
My
everything.
opinion is there's stages. You have to go through that hustle stage where you just go ham.
Yeah, you just
Right?
work out, and then it's all in planning, Sunny.
Right.
Na wamunywezo, uongezea kinywaji hapo.
Yes, please.
All right. Tutatuongezea kinywaji juu huyu amekunywa haraka. But what you're talking about is planning, and it's true. Where you are in life is not where I am in life.
Right.
Where I am is not where the next person is.
Is.
Now, I've worked maybe, you've worked, let me give an example with you and how long you've been in the industry of where you are now. You've worked that 12 years solid, and me, I just came and I just started and I'm in 6 months and I want to go on the same vacation with you. Kuna tricky. It's
Correct.
tricky.
So again, just because you're in this beginning stage of life where you are hustling and building yourself, and someone else is already in another stage, but you're trying to be like this person who is in a different stage,
Yeah.
and vice versa. It goes both ways. If someone is really established, right, and suddenly they're maybe just taking a little bit of time to reset, to re-engage, to take vacations, and then there's someone else over here who's starting out, who's super hustling, and then you feel guilty about spoiling yourself a little bit when you've paid your dues. I think you have to realize you're in different stages. You don't have to press the brakes too hard, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to press. My drink is back.
Thank
This
you.
is called magic. You give an empty glass away.
I feel
Get
mine
a
to
full
the
glass.
brim. Today, it's alright. Mimi
Yeah.
station and kirifiliwa, but
So I feel like I'm jumping around a little bit, but at the same time, I feel like the stages, right? So just kaa kwa level yako, be in your stage, build yourself. Usijali maneno ya ati so and so went to Jamaica and now you're gonna get into debt
that's not your
to go to
business.
Jamaica
Mind your
because
And somebody did say, we talked about vacations and we talked about budgeting. Somebody said, and I think it's BK over here, she says vacations are important and they don't have to be expensive. There are ways to save on this. Hustling, una get the best deals. You don't, like Sunny said, you have to budget. Budgeting means, are your bills paid? You know how, you can't live beyond your means, and I keep saying this. Unajua pesa yako inaingianga kiasi gani?
Yep.
I'm not going for a $10,000 vacation when I only make $5,000. Unless I've been saving for a long time in order to go for that vacation and be comfortable. And that's the kind of debt we're talking about. Some debt is good, being credit and everything. Some debt is great. It builds you and it helps you if you can pay it back. But this kind of debt, we're discouraging against.
Absolutely. There's another comment here from Wangui Nganga. Vacation is absolutely important. Take time for yourself with family and friends. You have to remember to live in the present because the future is not guaranteed. Once a year is a must in the very least. So a lot of people are commenting about the vacations.
Right.
Vacations don't have to be expensive. I think you say that one.
Yeah, Sally said, vacations are necessary for mental and physical well-being. That's why many companies give you vacation time. You are a better person. You are a better person when you go on vacation, I believe. Work without play makes Jack a dull boy. This is very true.
True.
Yeah,
True.
this is very true. Now, we are getting a lot of comments on vacations, but I'm seeing somebody here saying, can we talk about life insurance? Because that's part of financial planning. I'm with it. I have two ways I look at this life insurance. In my culture, your culture, my house, when you start talking about, when I die, nobody wants to hear that story. It's like, yani it's like a taboo. Why mbona unajiua kabla ukufe? You know, that's the thing that people think about. But then, knock on wood, you die. And now you have all this debt you've left for Kinasani to clear. Your mazishi, your funeral, we are having to pay and plan for it.
Right.
I look at this life insurance two ways. Should I pay because I'm trying to die soon or nah? Should I just invest in it because it's something that will help my kids and my spouse in the future and my friends who will be there trying to bury my body?
Life insurance it's almost a requirement.
It's a personal decision.
Right.
But we do
I would recommend it.
Yes.
And also get it while you're younger. Because it costs so much when you get older.
Right. Because look up hivyo karibu the brim.
Yeah.
See what you get older.
Oh.
Well, by the way, it was Sunny's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. He turned 77. It's such a pleasure to have such an old looking young man.
I'm getting closer to that life insurance area. So life insurance, to tag on to life insurance, I also think it's very important for people to have a living will.
That's another topic.
Because people in our culture, how many times have you seen it?
Sunny, do you have a will?
I need to actually I need to work on that. I don't.
Oh damn it! I called you.
I don't have a will, but I really believe you have to have one.
Yeah, I don't have a will.
I need to make time to have one
I
because
don't have a will. Do you need expert opinion or help to write a will?
Absolutely. I think you need to consult someone that's a professional and get the will. And a professional will ask you questions that you would have never thought of, right? Especially if you have children. Because in our culture, how many times unaona watu wanapigania land ya baba, ya guka, ama pesa yake, ama gari yake, ama sijui nini yake, ama investments zake, ama duka yake.
Yeah, wanapigana, watoto wanabaki
wakihangaika. People are fighting, siblings fighting with each other over an inheritance.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's absolutely bananas.
It's insane, really.
Yeah.
And it's rich families that end up splitting wanagombana. It's true. You need a will. I mean, I know I'm not the richest person, but I think I would like for my property kiisha nikikufa isiachiwe tu nini the government. I would like for it to go some to a charity, some to my mom, to my sister. I'm not dying soon anyway, God forbid. But you know what I mean? Just to have a plan for it. You would like for people who...
Because nothing is guaranteed.
Nothing is guaranteed.
Yeah.
So I think that's important. And I guess that is revolving around life insurance as well. That's where we led to this topic.
And if you have some ideas or some discussions or some... something you would like to add or something you feel like our audience can benefit from, then definitely the number's right there on the screen. Do give us a call. Maybe we've even missed a call.
Oops,
sorry. Been looking at this thing. Okay, do give us a call and let us know. If you want to be anonymous, send us an email and
we'll be able to read that anonymously.
We'll be able to, send us an email at sundaywdpodcast@gmail.com. Tutaisoma anonymously.
Yes. And Nati anasema, indeed, at having wills, my understanding is it's $5 to file it in court. Can anyone confirm that? I don't know. Can anyone confirm that?
And it might be county and state specific. I don't know.
So that they charge you to get a will? I'm not getting that. If you do know any better, please help. We are not understanding. Somebody said, Harriet said, even your insurance agent can help you with a will. That is good. We did miss a call. We're going to try and call them back real quick as you continue reading these topics.
Alright, let me call this call real quick. Quick. We got too involved in our discussion that we missed a call.
That's alright. As you do that, I'll read this comment. It says, you need an attorney for a will and a healthcare directive. Wow. That is very interesting. I'm learning a lot from you guys. Thank you so much.
Hello. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good. Who are we speaking with?
This is Harriet. I talked to Ida. I was in the middle of a training, so I decided to jump out because I love this topic so much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Where are you tuning in from?
I'm in Dallas.
Oh, okay. Welcome. What do you have for us?
So on the healthcare directive and on the will, you can file it through your court, but the healthcare directive is basically giving someone directions as far as what you want to happen with you. Should you be in a serious accident? If you're pregnant, maybe you're getting a C-section. Like anything can happen to us, and we're not able to make medical decisions. I saw someone asks a question about what a healthcare directive is, your insurance agent can help you with those things. Like, it's called estate planning. So if you go to get life insurance, the insurance agent that you use can give you resources to be able to do your estate planning, which includes life insurance, setting up a trust, having your will, healthcare directives, and then make sure your bank accounts have a payable in death, so that if you do pass away, your family can access your bank account. Because
interesting.
if you pass away and there's no payable on your bank account, guess who gets the money? The state.
Wow.
Gotcha. That's good to know. Again, it's from my understanding, then it's not a very expensive endeavor.
It's not. Well, Harriet,
No.
thank you for sharing. We really appreciate you running out of that class to come and talk to us. But we love and appreciate you, Harriet. Thank you so much. Thank you for this insight as well. I'm learning a lot.
Yeah,
Thank you, Lovey.
you're welcome.
All right.
All right.
But
That
so
is very interesting.
that's interesting. So apparently, it's not very expensive, and that's actually something I need to work on as well. And so again, going into this whole idea of a will, an idea of, again, it's taboo in our culture. You
Yeah,
know,
but I
it's-
didn't know. I mean, like Harriet said, I didn't know it was so. I mean, nobody gives you this information until you walk into the country. They give you a pamphlet. So this is about life insurance. This is about credit. This is about budgeting. Nobody gives you that.
Yeah.
So I didn't know it was, and maybe I may sound ignorant not knowing that it was that easily accessible. I know some of you in the comment section did not know that Nini, having a will is that easy.
Yeah.
That Harriet explained to us. So all you need to do is even talk to your insurance agent. They will help you with that. I mean, it's great to know these things. And like I said, we learn from you, you learn from us, and this is how we're trying to help our culture grow.
Yeah. This is basically just a discussion.
Yeah.
And we're hoping we have some great minds tuning in, and we can kind of combine our vichwangumu and figure out a way to come up with some good information for everybody. You know what I mean?
I know.
So now, let's talk a little bit about value, right? So, what leads you to make a purchase? When you're going to buy something, what makes you want to buy it?
Well, because I like it. or if I need it. So, yeah, those two things. If I like it and
If
do
you
I need it?
yeah.
Yeah.
So the likability and the want, the need,
The need.
Yeah.
Not the want mostly,
but the need,
yeah.
right? Puts a certain value, puts a certain value to it, right?
Yes.
And then there's the price. What a lot of people don't get, in my opinion, is they think the price and the value are the same thing.
Ah, I see.
Are you picking up what I'm
Yeah,
saying now?
yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, let me say this. Sangine kama swala tupiga story ya sufuria. Maybe we are buying pots. These ones are $90. These ones are $240. Because these ones are more expensive, does that make them better quality?
Yes and no. They could be.
How though?
They could be better quality. They could be non-stick. They could be heavy duty. They could not.
I see. So
They
is
could
that
not
the
buckle in
perception
the
you're
middle.
talking about?
Yeah. So because value. Let's go back to sahi kuna hii maneno ya corona, right? Before corona, how much value did you put on hand sanitizer,
0 to none.
masks,
Yeah.
gloves, right?
Yeah, Canada nywele nilikuwa navaa gloves though. But you know what I mean? Like you never wear gloves to just go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
You know?
But now, considering the current circumstances, hand sanitizer is worth its weight in gold, right?
Yeah.
And prior to this, so suddenly the value of hand sanitizer has
Spiked.
shot up because of certain things. The same way, the value of something, the value of this drink, maybe whiskey, where you may not pay $2 for it, but I'll probably pay $10 for this, right? Because it's my preference. It's my perceived value
Right.
of what's in here, right? Na hiyo wine yako.
It's my
Me,
perceived value.
I might not pay what you pay for that wine.
You better. It's good wine too. But yeah, I see your point. And
Right.
I see people saying, and in the topic that we're talking about, cheap is expensive. And that's the mentality we grew up with. Cheap is expensive.
No, I think I will have to differ with you a little bit.
No, I'm not even with it. Because me, I'm like, kama hii chumvi, ninaweza nunua $3. Ninafanya nini Walmart? Si nikanunua $3.
Chumvi ni kitu ingine.
No, tukae na chumvi. Chumvi.
Yeah, cheap is expensive. I agree with them. But I
if
think
I
we
can
are brought up in a way to always look for cheap.
Is that something wrong with that?
Like I think there's a slight flaw in that.
Okay. Do you explain?
Yeah, because there's a fine line between paying too much for something and being cheap.
I see.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, for example, tuonge juu ya pombe. You can drink a cheap liquor. You will get drunk.
Bora uhai. Siolo. No, I understand.
But the hangover the next day is gonna be paragasha.
Si bora ukunyoka ibuprofen kabla ulale.
Saa zingine it doesn't matter.
It's true though. It is very true. The value of something and how much you pay for it.
Yeah.
Now, for example, Sunny, I'm walking into this store and there's this kuna watch mbili. Ini so 4, ini so 3. Zinafanana, kale ka mti ni the same. Am I like what you're saying is I don't know. I think I lost my trail of thought, but you're saying go for the more expensive one because it's price is high in value, ama?
No, you go for the more expensive one or the less expensive one, depending on what is important to you. Saa zingine people just buy the most expensive thing just to have the most expensive.
What would you say that about designers? It's the same mentality. Yeah, niko na designer ni shati. Iko tu na color yellow na red.
Okay, I'm not gonna put down people that wear designers.
No,
maybe
it's a question.
personally, I don't care for designers.
Me neither, and I understand that. So is that the same perception in value?
Yeah, because
it's Chanel.
Because this person amepatia yo Chanel value. To them, it's worth something.
Okay.
To them, it makes them feel a certain type of way, right? Like for example, Mimi, I'll tell you like at work or something. Kuna ile siku nitavaa suti na tai ni nyonge kila kitu and everything is pressed, everything is proper, it makes me feel more confident.
I see.
Right? So your Chanel labda inafanya mtu ana feel a certain type of way, and because of that feeling it is worth more, because labda your Chanel it doesn't give you the same feeling as it gives ule mtu uko.
Kweli.
You know? So
is that a flaw in terms of lifestyle? Could that be a flaw? You're buying Chanel to look some type of way. Are people getting in debt to look some type of way? Are people going, same thing, on vacations just to post pictures to look like they live a certain kind of lifestyle? And indeed, they're in debt, they're neck deep.
That is very interesting, because if you're going to do that Chanel or expensive vacations or all that, don't do it to look like it to somebody else. Do it to feel a certain way for yourself.
You're right.
You know, if going to an exotic place for a certain vacation makes me feel good, then let me spend the money and let me do it.
Okay.
But if I'm only doing it to look good to someone else, then it's flawed.
I do everything for clout.
You know what I mean?
It is flawed.
Right.
Let us live within our means.
Yes.
If there's any lesson we're learning today, let us live within our means. We're here, we're new here.
So you're a designer. You're a designer. If me wearing a designer makes me feel a certain type of way, makes me stand tall, it makes me happy, nimevaa hii designer, then wacha nivae, it's okay.
Ni designer oriji kutoka China.
If driving a Porsche makes you feel good, drive a Porsche. But if you're doing it just to show off,
forget about it.
Forget about doing things for other people. It's time to do things for yourself.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yes. And what is the lesson? Oi, guy huyu ashaboga pombe huyu nikini kuriadaje huku wake. Nani aka hapa na mlevi. Anyway, people are saying kuna mtu amesema, is tax planning something people are interested in? Does your CPA add in other value apart from filing your taxes? Tax.
That is another thing that's a foreign concept. Like we talked about credit being a foreign concept. Tax is a foreign concept to us when we moved to this country. Mimi, I didn't know. Let me tell you my experience with tax.
Okay.
Before I moved here, my family owned a biashara. So the only tax I have experience with ni watu wa VAT wakikuja kwa duka kutu audit.
Yeah, ati naka how much, and it's rough audit.
Kuangalia receipt books nini, but I had no idea about your tax. Alafu on top of that tax, unalipa income tax, unalipa sales tax, unalipa highway use tax, unalipa property tax. America will tax you for anything they can tax you.
Man, I know.
But because of, look at what you're getting. You're getting good roads, you're getting security, you're getting something for the money you're paying.
You're right.
There's a value to the tax you're paying. And if you look at it that way, hautaumia, you know? So, your swali ilikuwa nini juu ya tax?
Amesema, is tax planning something people are interested in? This is Ndinda Mackenzie. Does your CPA add in other value apart from filing your taxes?
I think so.
Does it?
Yes.
Does it add in other value?
Yes,
Just
because there's so many things that come with tax. For example, a mortgage. Your interest in a mortgage is tax deductible, right? In some states, PMI, purchase mortgage insurance, and I can explain that a little bit in future if you guys want me to. But things like that are tax deductible. So unless uko na tu pesa fua, which is
for ni mingi ama ni for
mingi.
kidogo. Okay.
Yeah, unless uko na tu ile pesa mingi
You're
tu
just
ile
willing to
mingi
throw
tu.
around.
Yeah. Most people are not paying cash for a house.
No.
Yeah.
Not in America anyways.
Yeah.
No.
There's some people are. But,
Oh yeah, true. Well.
But majority of people are not paying cash for a house. And so you get into debt, you get into a house, and then the interest you pay on the house is a tax deduction.
I see.
Now, if you own a small business, or if you do anything small on the side, or if you're hustling here and there, I would recommend making it a business entity. Make it a business entity, because there's so many other tax loopholes that business owners get.
Right.
And again, not being a professional in that field, you do want to consult a tax attorney, a CPA, and things of that nature, because they will allow you to minimize your tax, out what you pay out in taxes, right? Let me add a layer to that.
Okay.
The government wants you to get into debt.
Sisemi kitu kama wana watch.
Yeah, because that's the reason why they have created certain tax deductions. Your mortgage interest is tax deductible.
Okay.
Your this is tax deductible, because when you get into debt, you borrow more money, you get used to a certain lifestyle, and then the economy revolves.
Right.
It makes the economy go round. So the government wants you to get into debt, because debt makes the economy move.
Go round. Okay.
Right?
Interesting.
So again, yes, to answer that question, it is important to consult your CPA, to consult your tax attorney, and to figure out. My opinion is, kale kajama kana kufanyanga tu taxes, kana kulipisha so, unless you have a very, or turbo tax, unless you have a very simple financial setting, all you have is a job and a W-2, and that's it, maybe a mortgage, then sawa, tumia turbo tax, tumia all this other
It's
stuff.
funny, I do have a comment about that.
Okay.
With Pyle. Pyle says, a good CPA should help you with that. But make sure you get the right person, not someone who is just a fancy TurboTax software. Now that's what you're saying right now. You're like, if you have those investments in it, make sure you find the right person.
Yeah. And if you're an immigrant, chances are you have you have that mindset of expanding your financial portfolio. So there may be things you're not taking advantage of that are available to you, that having a tax attorney or a CPA
Will help with.
will help with.
You're right.
Again, cheap is
It's
expensive. Kuna mtu alikuwa ameandika hivyo kwa
Yeah,
comments.
watu
Sindio?
wawili ama watatu.
So by
actually.
being cheap and not paying that consultation fee to a tax attorney or a CPA, that $100, $150, $200 that you will pay someone for that, they may save you in turn $1,000,
Right.
and it's worth it. But make sure you have the right person. So make sure you have good references, you have good reviews. And most of the time, those people with good references and good reviews are gonna be pretty booked.
Yeah.
So do not procrastinate. You want to get.
File
Don't
your
wait.
taxes,
Don't
eh?
wait to 1 week to filing taxes to get in touch with that person that was recommended to you 3 months ago. Do it. Do it. Start it. These guys, when it comes to tax time, they are just busy.
Yeah, it's true.
So Don't do that.
Don't wait.
Don't wait.
And if there's, as we wrap up, if there's lessons we can tell our fellow immigrants, what is it? It's file your taxes in good time.
Yes.
Don't live beyond your means.
Interest is not bad.
Interest is not bad. Please do get a credit card. You will need it in America.
But pay it off.
Pay it off in
Pay
good
it off
time.
every time.
Yes.
Pay it off. Pay the full balance off. About credit cards, real quick, I have a story.
Yeah, go for it.
Right? So there's a bad aura around credit cards. And you want to have the credit cards, you want, as long as you can manage and control it, it's not bad.
It's not.
I'll give you an example. In my earlier days in the US, I used to work at a fast food restaurant, right? And as I was working there, the owner of the fast food restaurant, I heard him make a mention that he wanted to install cameras.
Like security cameras?
Yeah, security cameras, right? Now, I have a very technical background. You know, electronics, wiring, putting things together. So I told him, hey, I can do that for you. I had no idea how to really do it at that time, but I was like, I can do that for you. And this was before my Wi-Fi, which became
Right.
popular. So he said, yeah, I want a system that I can watch from my house, all that stuff. So I said, okay, cool. I'll give you a price. I went home, I did some research, I priced out some cameras, I priced out a computer and a card that goes there that all the thingy connects to. And so the cameras were connecting to a computer. Excuse me. So I priced everything out. The total cost of all the equipment was $1,500.
Did you have 1,500 on you?
I did not have 1,500. I went and I told the guy, I quoted him like 2,500 installed.
So ukamgonga.
See, business.
Oh, ilikuwa sa plus profit.
See, I have to make a profit.
Oh, hiyo ilikuwa toto.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's
ukamgonga.
okay. If someone is going to put in some work, it's okay
Yeah,
to
it's
pay
true.
them for it.
I
right?
thought that ulifanya evaluation ndio kama ndamgonga aje.
No, because obviously nimefanya research that is worth something. Nita install hizo vitu that is worth something.
That was plus you pay.
Yeah.
Okay, go
so
ahead.
nikamwambia, I'll put the whole package together for you for 2,500.
Right.
Akisema, okay, sawa, do it. Sasa mimi nimeambiwa do it na sina 1,500 ya kununua hizo vitu. I don't have the money to buy this equipment. I don't have $1,500 at that time. So luckily I had a credit card that has a 1,500 that had a limit that was exceeding that.
Yes.
So I charged everything on the credit card, got it in, installed it. The guy gave me the 2,500. I paid 1,500 off to the credit card, and I pocketed $1,000 in
I
profit.
see.
Right now, if I did not have a credit card
At the time.
with the limit, so
Yeah.
don't exhaust. If you have a $5,000 limit or a $2,000 limit or a, don't exhaust your limit.
Yeah.
Live within your means.
Live within your means.
Because an emergency can come up and you may need that limit.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So credit cards are a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah. We are not
As long as you can manage them.
Yes, as long as you can manage the credit cards. We are not professionals, but this is the advice that we've come.
That's just
with
our experience.
Our experience is actually just our experience.
Yep.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We have some funny comments. Nimesema final advice. Brian Ahenda anasema siolo. Yeah, yolo, siolo kwani. Lakini usiolo ka mapema. Please jipange. Ndio tu hata tukishazeeka si sahi. Tukizeeka tukuje kuzikana, mtu at least usituachie watoto hapa ni sisi tunalea.
True.
You
It's
know.
good to have something to take care. It's good to be sufficient and efficient.
Yeah,
Sufficient and efficient.
That's
Kuna
good
comment
too.
ingine hapa inasema making money is one thing. What you do with it is another. We see people who make a lot, but their accounts have overdrafts. On the other hand, we see people who make minimum wage but can afford what they truly need. This is so true.
All in the planning, guys.
It's
all
all
in
in how
budgeting and yeah. Kweli
Kuna
kabisa.
watu wengine watukuanga vacation, wakirudi rent hawezi lipa.
Hey, I mean, why? Beats the purpose. But what are you doing there?
Right. So just plan ahead. And honestly, it gives you peace of mind because usipo plan ahead utapata stress. Ukipata stress, you'll have bad health. Things deteriorate.
Yeah, kweli. It's a
Excuse me.
things are deteriorating.
Sio
here.
corona, don't worry.
We do have a song that we wish to share with you today. Do we not, Sunny?
Sorry, I was sipping. Yes, we do. We have a song. We have a song by Stacey Kamatu. We have two songs by Stacey Kamatu.
Yes. This one's called Way You Move.
Way You Move, and it's Kenyan. It's a Kenyan artist, but when I first listened to it, I didn't think it was Kenyan.
It's the production behind it is amazing. Not
So
gonna lie.
we're gonna play this song and see what you guys think.
Okay.
Slightly amused by the way that you move and do the things that you do. I really want to know your name and get you a raise. Ooh, the way that you move and do the things that you do. I really want to know your name and get you a raise. You really are so charming, baby, the way you carry on. And what we got is fire. We're burning all the bridges down. You really are so charming, baby, the way you carry on. And what we got a fire. We're burning all the bridges down. Slightly amused with the way that you move and do the things that you do. I really want to know your name and get you a raise. Ooh, the way that you move and do the things that you do. I really want to know your name and get you a raise. And all the lies you told me, baby, I love them all the same. Like when you told me, Stacy, you brought the music to my life. It's what the number Pilates. I try to stay shit for you, but still I look like Garfield. The small dogs can be so rude. Oh, you slightly amused with the way that you move and do the things that you do. I really want to know your name and get you a raise.
Aida, what do you think about that song?
Stacey Kamatu, girl, this is so amazing. I really, honestly, after missing the wimbo ya Kenya, like Kenyan production and everything has come so far. We're just so proud of what
There's a lot
Kenyan
of good
artists
talent.
are doing.
A
Yeah,
lot of
man,
good talent.
this is so amazing.
I'm gonna pick before I play the next song. I'm gonna pick a comment real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a comment here that says something about debt consolidation, right?
Debt consolidation. Yeah.
Yeah, credit cards for debt consolidation, whatnot. My opinion on that is yes. If you have accumulated a lot of debt, then it's okay to consolidate, so that instead of making $300 payments, you take that debt and put it into a consolidation where you're paying $150 payment,
Right.
or one $300 payment. But really, all you're doing is prolonging the debt,
Yeah.
right? Because you're consolidating it, you're probably extending the term. So yes, your cash flow situation is going to improve, but you're really prolonging the debt. So I would say my advice is, if you can, don't, if it's not like threatening to your financial situation, then pay it off as quickly as you
Yeah.
can. But if it's essential to you, to where your essentials in life, the things you need the money for, food, shelter, clothing.
Yeah. Food, shelter, clothing.
Food, shelter. If food, shelter, clothing is threatened, consolidate your debt, minimize your monthly payments. But at the end of the day, and work on the concept where take your small debts, pay extra on it as much as you can,
Right.
pay it off quick, and work your way up. I believe it's called the snowball effect, right? Dave Ramsey talks about this. There's some concepts of his I'm not all in line with.
Yeah, but he gives some great
there's
advice.
some good advice.
That
yeah.
you can pick. The last thing I'm going to read is from David Onserio. Amesema financial planning also goes to choosing a spouse. Marrying a broke dude or a broke bae will mess your credit. Tujichunge, to many slay queens and kings out there. We hear you, David. We hear you. Don't we hear David? Kungangana na slay queen. Anyway, we do have one last song. And before that, Sunny, we do have a small surprise for you.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Another cake?
Another cake. Happy birthday, dear Sunny.
Tuko na champagne.
Champagne. Tuko kwa kamera ama umetutoa already?
Sijui. Tumetolewa? No.
It's Sunny's birthday, and
Yesterday.
it was yesterday, but we just didn't want to end this podcast before we celebrate you, Sunny.
Do you guys want to guess my age in the comments?
They already know you're 77.
77.
Tutashiki hapo hivyo
Okay,
kwa
we're
kuguess
gonna-
age.
we're gonna stick
Hii
to
utanifungulia hata kama ni birthday yako.
Tutagonga kamera hapa
Aki usigonge.
na tumwage pombe.
Na please usipulize hii keki kwa sababu utatumwagia cologne.
Hii kitu ikimwagika.
Sunny, please fanya nini pole pole. Happy birthday to Sunny. Oh! Jesus, nimestuka na nilikuwa na expect. We love and appreciate you, dude.
Thank
You're
you.
doing a great job. You're
Thank
such a
you,
great
thank
mentor, a
you,
great
thank
friend.
you.
We're proud of you.
Thank you. I love everybody. I love you guys. Na leo tunakunywa.
Pop champagne.
This is a recipe for a bad hangover, whiskey and champagne. Is that
Guy. Anyway, even our producers behind the scene, we just want to say thank you for being part of this. Thank you so much. And yeah, tutashia kakeki. So happy birthday, Sunny.
So am I supposed to blow this candle?
Upulize utumwagie mate hapo sisi tushike corona. Upanguze hivi na mkono. Lakini utakata. You got it, sir?
It's not going off.
Haya, tufanye hivi. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
Oh, there we go. Thank you guys very much. And for those of you that try to guess my age, nobody guessing 34. Oh, 77. I love you. Mtu amesema
34.
Shidwe.
Kwani tunatoshana.
34 is good. I like 34. Nani alisema 34? Kathy, Holly, we are good. Thank you. Now you're
Pyle
gonna be my
77.
new best friend.
Pyle is your sister and she agrees you're 77. Anyway, let us play the last song for today and we'll end this podcast on a sweet note because we'll be having cake. Get it? Alright, Sunny, ready?
By the way, this is also a Stacey Kamatu song.
You know what it's called? It's called Shoka Mushie.
When I read that thing, I thought it was Koka Musi.
No, sir.
That's what he said to me. Rudi nyumbani, doesn't matter what you did. Shoka Moshe, that's what he said to me. Rudi nyumbani, doesn't matter what you did.
Aida, you know what I just realized?
Fukua mdomo hapo kabla urealize. 1, 2, happy birthday! It's so big. Oh God, tuta vacuum. Tukupate birthday huko.
I realized we've celebrated both our birthdays on the podcast.
That's so true. We're growing old, guys, but we're sharing our lives together.
8 episodes in.
Oh, cheers.
Doesn't matter what you did. That's what he said to me. Doesn't matter what you did.
And the winner of the Guess My Age contest is Wairimo.
Wairimo. Congratulations. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been episode 8. It was Sunny's birthday. We talked about finances. Please continue to follow us on our YouTube channel, which has grown. We love and appreciate your support.
Yes, absolutely. And for those asking the question if this is going to continue post-COVID, it absolutely is.
Oh, yeah, baby.
We're here to stay.
We're here
every
to
Sunday.
Stay. Yes, continue to share and support us as we face these immigrant issues together. We love and appreciate you. Until next Sunday.
Thank you.
Salute.